Hello everyone, it's me, Melissa. Thank you for coming back to my YouTube channel, or if you're new here, welcome. So today we're gonna do episode 2 of Baking with Missa. I was trying to think, what do I make? Like, what do I feel like? And then I thought, I have these, and I made these before. This is sea salt and caramel chocolate chips, Chipits. I made these cookies before and they were so good. They kind of look like little poo droplets. I don't know how to explain them. I know that sounds really unappetizing, but you'll see the end result why I say that. So that's what we're gonna make today. So I've just washed my hands. I've got all the doggies away so they're not gonna bother us and get any hair in my food. So I've just washed my hands and I'm gonna put on my apron, so bear with me here a moment. Of course, my Seahawks apron. I'm not gonna put the funny hat on today just because my hair is up in a bun, and I just don't think it'll fit very nicely. So let's tie this up, and I've got all my ingredients pre-measured. And I've got my mixing bowl here for my KitchenAid stand mixer, which unfortunately, I do have power outlets on the sides of the island. They're just not hooked up yet. So not gonna be able to have that up here. So let me just go into our recipe. First, let me put the cell phone on silent. You guys know how bad I am for that. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I've preheated the oven this time, I remembered, to 350. So I'm gonna use my very well-loved Pampered Chef baking trays, so you guys can see how well-loved they are. I'm gonna use those today, so I do not need to line or to grease because they are non-stick. If you are using the metal sheets, you will want to grease or line with parchment so your cookies don't stick. So first things first, I'm gonna beat the butter. So this is half a cup of butter. Guess I'm gonna need something to get the butter out. A spatula will do. So I'm gonna beat half a cup of butter. I poured the vanilla in there too because I was short 1 cup. The vanilla brown sugar, so this is 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar pressed. There we go. The white sugar, half a cup. A spatula will do. So I'm gonna beat half a cup of butter. I poured the vanilla in there too because I was short 1 cup. The vanilla brown sugar, so this is 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar pressed. There we go. The white sugar, half a cup. And the vanilla. So the vanilla was, I think it was half a teaspoon. Sorry, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So we're gonna mix this up in my stand mixer. So I'm gonna lock that in place, drop her down, and let's mix. So now you can see that's all crumbly and mixed in there together. The butter is all churned. We are going to, in a separate bowl, let me grab another bowl. I need to grab a measuring bowl so you guys can see what I'm doing. All the stuff I use here is Pampered Chef. I love Pampered Chef. These prep bowls from Pampered Chef are a lifesaver. So in a separate bowl, we're gonna add the eggs and we're gonna beat well. So this one I'm just gonna do with a hand whisk. So 2 eggs, hand whisk. Okay, they are beaten. Oh, they're supposed to go in there. You know what, no big deal. No biggie, we can fix that. So, yeah, add eggs. My bad. Let's just add the eggs into here and we'll just just put it right back on the stand mixer. We all make mistakes, right? What it's supposed to look like. There we go, my bad. Okay, so let me just give this a wipe out. I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. Clean mixing bowl. Okay, so let's move that out of the way. So we are going to stir together the flour. So this is 1.5 cups of white flour. Half a cup of cocoa, and I did use the Hershey's cocoa there. Half a cup. Half a teaspoon of baking soda and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And just mix them up. So I'm gonna grab a fork. So just gonna blend these together. Whoops. Try not to spill it. Now these are some of the most delicious cookies I have ever made. And I'm gonna give them away. I'm gonna keep 2 for myself, 2 for Kaylee, and we're gonna give the rest away. Okay, so now we're gonna add it to our wet mixture here. So you wanna do it slowly, okay? So a little bit at a time. Maybe on speed 4 if you have a KitchenAid. You don't wanna overwhelm the mixer because then you can kill your motor. So too much dry in at one time will kill your motor. We're getting there, guys, and it smells delicious. It's that cocoa powder, I'm telling you, it smells so good. So I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. Okay, so one thing you always want to do when you're using a stand mixer or any kind of hand mixer as well is scrape down the sides. So I will always scrape off whatever I'm using to blend. So in this case, it's just the regular heater. And scrape down the sides. So I do want to make sure everything gets incorporated. There we go. And I've just popped it on 6. Perfecto. Okay. So let's just clean off our mixing attachment here. I don't want to leave any of this goodness behind. And this is what you're left with. Whoa, whoa, look at that. Smells like absolute freaking heaven. Okay, so last thing is you're gonna put in your chocolate chips. So these are sea salt and caramel Chipits. Just grab my scissors here. I'm gonna add the whole bag. Woo, there it goes. So it's best to mix these in by hand because they are very delicate. So if you do them with a hand mixer or a stand mixer, it's more likely gonna crush the chips than actually incorporate them. So there is a lot of chocolate chips or sea salt and caramel chips in this recipe. Okay, so now they are incorporated. That's what it looks like. Let's get to laying these out. So as I mentioned earlier, you need cookie sheets. I'm going to use 2. So let's start with the first one. And the best tool on the planet, a cookie scoop. I've had this forever. There is no name on it. I was looking. No name brand and no size, because cookie scoops do come in different sizes. I don't know what size this is, to be honest, but I use it for everything. So what we're gonna do here, and just remember, if you're using metal cookie trays, you're gonna either line them with parchment paper or you're gonna grease them, okay? So I'm gonna use my cookie scoop, and we're gonna scoop out, I think 18 fits on this sheet. So 3 in a row. These guys don't really spread too much, but you still don't want to put them very close together, just to give them a little bit of room to grow. There we go. Woo! I think I can fit 16 on here, or 18 on here, I think. Or maybe it's 12. Maybe I'm full of shit and have no idea what I'm talking about. Whoopsies. There goes the fork on the floor. Now Kaylee's gonna be sad I made these while she's out of the house, because she would really like to clean out the remnants of the bowl, and she's not home. Sucks to be her. She's not as strict on her diet as I am, so, because otherwise I'd lick out the bowl too. Hell yeah. So I think we're actually gonna get 15. My bad, 15. Maybe they cook for 18 minutes. Maybe that's what the 18 is coming in. Could be. Okay, one more. Okay, so let me just check my recipe here. Cook for 7 to 9. Where the hell did I get 18 from? Wow, guys, I am really pulling shit out of my ass. So bake for 7 to 9 minutes or until cookie is set. Do not overbake. Yeah, that is real key. Do not overbake. So I'm gonna pop these in my already preheated oven, because I did remember to preheat this time. So let's go. All right, guys, we are preheated at 350 degrees. And you know what? My favorite rack is the middle one, because it slides out. So there we go. All right, cookies, bake away, bake away. So I'm gonna set the timer. Whoops, not 9 hours. How do I turn that off? Timer. Nine minutes, there we go. Because this is a gas oven, so sometimes I find, I've only had it for a few months, but sometimes I find it takes a little longer to cook, so I'm gonna do them on 9 minutes for the first batch and see. I think that's how long I cooked the first original time I made this. So let's see, 9 minutes later, I'll be right back. All right, guys, 9 minutes are up. Let's take them out. Let's see what they look like. Woohoo! Real hot. So there they are. That's the cookie. So do you see kind of why they look a little bit like poop? But certainly don't taste like poop. So I'm going to grab the second tray. Oopsies. So I was able to fill an entire second tray. So we're just gonna pop that in. Close her up. and go for another 9 minutes. Here we go. Back in 9 minutes. Okay guys, so this is a really important step. One thing I have learned over my many years of baking, you need cooling racks. If you leave them on the hot tray, they're gonna burn the bottom possibly. So let's move them over. Okay, so I've just turned the oven off on the second batch there. It's been another 9 minutes. So let's get these bad boys out. All right, so we're gonna let them sit there for about 5 minutes to cool and get a little bit of a crust, and then I'm gonna put them on the baking sheets, or drying sheets. What are they called? Baking racks, that's what they're called. We're gonna put them over there with the other ones, okay? Woo, they're a little toasty on the fingies. So these are a very soft inside cookie, a little crisp on the outside, not hard or anything, just a little crisp and very soft on the inside. So we're gonna let them cool here for probably, I think I'm gonna let them cool for a half an hour, and then I'll show you the enjoyment that I have when I eat them with my coffee. Okay guys, moment of truth. Not like I haven't had these cookies before. Coffee on point. Let's grab one. So you can see beautiful cookie. I'm gonna come a little closer. There we go. Misshapen. Dogs. Are these two nut bars? Hi, this is not acceptable. No. Stop. Stop. So they're just dreamy. You guys see that? Oh yeah. Whoops. Hope these guys shut up. So just very soft, a little crisp on the outside, very soft on the inside, just the way I like my cookies. Mmm. 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 They're so good. You know, like that, is it Jif peanut butter guy? How he's like ridiculous over the top? That's how these are. Beautiful, full of sea salt and caramel. So, as I was ever so beautifully describing my cookie, the first one of the batch, my iPhone rudely decided to stop recording because the storage was full. Like, iPhone schmyphone. I hate this thing. Anyways, let's try this again. Let's pretend I didn't eat a cookie and let's start over. Not too sure how far I got, so let's just grab one here. This is a nice small one here. So, here's the cookie here. They look like pretty misshapen. They kind of do look like little drops of like bunny poo or something. I don't know. So, I'll come in a little closer here. So here we go. Here's the cookie. Very soft, so a little crispy on the outside. There we go. So, a little bit warm still. If you like sea salt, caramel, and chocolate, you are going to die for these cookies. They are so delicious and chewy and soft and beautiful. So Anyways, guys, these dogs are driving me nuts, so I'm gonna go take them for a walk. Make them tired so I can finish tidying up now that I've made a mess. So that's it for me today. If you have anything you'd like me to make, cooking or baking, leave me a comment down below and we'll see what I can do. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.